Hi! So, I should probably start this video off by if you're sensitive to death or if you are sensitive to people dying, I suggest not watching this video and clicking off right now. So with that, hi. Last week, Friday, I had a video planned. I was gonna film it later because I was busy the whole afternoon doing stuff, and then I was planning on uploading it Saturday. Obviously that didn't happen, so you're probably asking, where's that video at? Well, here's the situation. That night, around like 8 or 9, my mother got these Facebook messages from some people of my dad's friends, I guess. Like, they're friends of my dad's, or they went to school with my dad, one of the two. Probably both, to be honest. And they were talking about how, oh, they're so sorry for our loss. And we had no idea what they were talking about, so we tried to contact them and ask, what were they talking about? And we didn't hear anything back, so we had to do like a search party kind of thing. We sent someone over to my dad's house, and then me and my mom went over to my grandmother's house on my dad's side. Keep in mind that by the time we got there, it was like 11, 12 maybe. Basically, we didn't hear anything from my dad's house. Like, when the person went over there, they knocked a bunch of times, looked in the windows, tried to, and no one answered the door. And then we have a dog there, and the dog didn't come to the door or bark or anything like she usually does. So you can imagine how we felt. Like, what is happening here? So we went over to my grandmother's house, and we found out that my dad actually passed away. I didn't know. My mother didn't know. No one told us until the friends did, obviously. Me and my dad don't talk very much during the week. We usually go days without talking because we're both really busy. So it was nothing new, and I didn't hear from him for a while. Then I texted him that night, obviously, to ask if he was fine, because if he was fine, he just it was just a joke or something, I wanted to know. But he never responded to me. Called him, didn't answer. I called his sister, my aunt, she didn't answer. And then I called the numbers I had for some of my uncles, but we're not that type of family to call each other. Like, they won't call me, they'll call my dad. So I didn't have the right numbers, and then even if I did, the numbers went straight to voicemail. I didn't know if it was them. So you can imagine when we got there and we found out that he wasn't alive anymore, it was quite a jiffy. That's not even the right word, but it was quite interesting to find out, I suppose. I don't really know the best wording to describe this. He texted me that night that he died, but I was sleeping already, so I didn't answer. He died. The official autopsy said that he died March 31st, but my grandmother and then my aunt say that he died the 30th, so I just kind of say it's both. And then his funeral and viewing was last week, I think. Last weekend, I don't really remember. Yeah, it was last weekend. And that was rough. me and him were never really close. We fought a lot. We had a lot of disagreements. We didn't believe in the same things, which often caused our arguments. And then his family, again, doesn't agree with the same things that I do personally, and so does my mom. And then they treat us like we're we're a different species. I don't know. I learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot about my father now than I ever did when he was alive. That sounds really wrong, but I didn't really know him. I couldn't even really tell you his favorite color. Like, we weren't close. Like, we were as close as we could have been, given of what happened. A lot of stuff happened between us and my mom and him and everything. Like, it was really rough. Of course, we have a lot of loose ends and disagreements, and there was a lot of stuff still in the air every time that we talked that we never really talked about after it happened. I remember a couple summers ago we had this big blowout, and it was horrible. We had to get the cops involved. It was really bad. And I never told anyone about it. Like, I told some people, like, IRL, in real life. Like, some of my friends and obviously my family. Well, some family. But I never told you. And I filmed, like, I don't remember what day it happened, but I filmed the week that it happened. And then I posted the videos and acted like everything was fine. And it was... I didn't want to bring light to it, but now I feel like if I'm making this video, I kind of have to say everything that happened, which makes it so... I don't even know what the right word would be. But yeah, that happened, and then, you know, there's been a lot of incidents when I was younger. I don't really know the full story. And then, of course, there's always the view, like, I don't know what to believe. Because with divorced parents, it's hard. Because you never really know what's the truth, and then what's their side versus the other side. So I don't know. I don't really know what's coming. I don't know what comes next after this. Like, it's still new. It just happened. I don't even know where they buried him. Because they didn't bury him in front of us. Like, we just left. I know the cemetery that he's buried at, but I don't know where. They didn't bury him with us present. So I don't really know anything. And then my dad's side hasn't contacted me or my mom. So we don't know, like, if they know where he's buried at. They haven't told us. They have our numbers. We gave it to them. We gave it to multiple people, and no one has contacted us. And my dad's side wants me to stay in contact with them, but it's kind of hard if I don't have their numbers when they have mine. And they always give excuses, and it's always the same thing. So I don't really know what's going to happen. And there's a lot of unfinished business between me and my dad's side. Like, a bunch of stuff that still has to be arranged, and things that have to be worked out. I don't really know what comes next, as I've said. So, my father, didn't know about my YouTube channel. When I first started out, I wasn't planning on telling anyone. I was just keeping it to myself, like a fun little secret that I could have had all to myself. And then eventually, because of just people, my mom and then a few other people found out. But my dad never did, and if he knew, he never told me. But I don't tell him because, as I've said, he and I have very different views, and if I would have told him and he would have watched some of my videos, he would have given me crap about it. So I didn't tell him. Obviously, that I don't know if he knew. There's no way to really know if he knew now. So I don't know. I probably won't post. I mean, I don't know. I may post like next week, who knows. I probably will post again. I just don't know when. Obviously school is kind of helping. If I'm being honest, not really. School's just so boring. It gets me. I have more time thinking about it than I do at home. Because at least at home I can watch like Supernatural because I just got into that show, or YouTube, or read. But at school you're just expected to listen and to take down notes or do whatever you're doing. And like half these classes are just so easy that I only have time to think about like what happened. I mean, there's no point really to this video. It's just kind of updating you on what happened, and I don't know. And if you're watching this and you know me personally, and if you didn't know about this, just know that I haven't been very public with it. But now you know at least, but I don't really go out of my way to tell people. Just like when it happened, I told like my closer friends. You know, I asked for their advice. I asked one person to how they dealt with loss. This is all new territory, and I'm at my desk if that's where you're wondering where I was. That's why it keeps moving, but no words can really describe how I'm feeling. I don't know. I've been, I guess, numb, if you want to put it that way. I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, given that the time period about how soon it happened. This video is so long. Oh my gosh. Alright. Don't really know what to say. Just, yeah. It sucks. I guess that's what I can say. It sucks. If you ever dealt with loss like this, hey. And if you haven't, just be glad. If you have both parents, whether they're separated or not, that's good. Cherish that, because I know I didn't really, and now he's gone. My father is gone. I should probably say that this wasn't, I should probably say this wasn't expected. He wasn't sick, like he was sick a couple years ago, but like it was nothing crazy, like it wasn't like cancer where you had time to prepare. This was like just out of the blue. He died from a massive heart attack is what the autopsy said. And he never had heart problems, so we never knew to expect this. Yeah. So, I guess that's everything. There's really no favorites. I haven't been reading as much. I've been mainly distracting myself, so I've been seeing a lot of movies, and then I started Supernatural. which is really good, by the way, so I recommend that. I guess that'd be my favorite. I don't really know. Yeah, okay. That's all. Okay. If you want updates, you can, like, message me on here or go to my social media and then DM me there. Or if you have my number, just text me. That's all. Okay. Stay amazing, and I will see you guys. I don't know. I'll see you later. Bye.